Hi everyone, welcome back to Makeup Revolution's YouTube channel. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to get a super easy to recreate and simple everyday kind of look using both of my palettes with Makeup Revolution. So I use the highlighter palette and then I use the eyeshadow palette as well, because I've done quite a few bold and colourful looks using my eyeshadow palettes both on this channel and my own channel, and I've had a lot of requests for an everyday look using my palettes and how best to use them on an everyday basis. So I thought I would do this little tutorial for you guys and I really hope you enjoy. Okay, so first of all I'm gonna contour my face because as you can see I have no contour on right now and I'm looking a little bit washed out. So for this I'm using the Pro HD Mega Matte palette, and this one comes with 8 different powders, and I'm just going to take the shade called Con On Tour, which is a really good contour shade as the name suggests, and I'm just going to use this to sculpt my cheekbones a little bit. And then I'm also going to bring that shade just around my hairline and my temples just to warm up my face a little bit. So now that I've sculpted my face, I'm then going to highlight, which is my favourite step. My favourite everyday highlighter is this shade here from my palette, and as you can see I've hit pan on this shade and this one as well. I kind of switch it up between these two, but I would say that this one is probably my favourite for everyday. So I'm just taking some of this on one of the flex brushes, and I'm just applying this to the tops of my cheekbones. And then I'm also taking this shade just down my nose and on the tip of my nose as well. Oh, this brush has got brown eyeshadow on it. And also I'm putting that on my brow bone. Then moving on to my actual eyeshadow palette, I did actually manage to break mine, which is why it's got duct tape on it. And yes, I could easily get another one, but just the fact that I haven't used up all of the eyeshadows, I don't want to waste it, so I've just stuck it back together and it's all good. So my favourite everyday kind of look to go for is just something very neutral. I tend to use this little corner here, just these 4 matte transition shades, and then what I tend to do is use this one in my inner corner, and then on my actual lid I'll either use Sparks Fly or Pink Champagne, and that is pretty much it for like an everyday kind of look. And a lot of people look at this palette and I think they get quite scared because there's some bold colours in here and lots of brights, and I've had so many people ask me to do an everyday look with it because they don't really know how best to use it, so that's what I'm going to do today. So I'm starting off with Iced Coffee, which is this shade here, and I'm just going to run this through my crease, and depending on your skin tone, just pick whichever transition shade works for you, because I know on somebody with darker skin this won't really show up much as a transition shade, but on me it's the perfect transition shade. And please excuse any blending on this eye, I've currently got eczema on this eye, and so it's a little tricky to blend eyeshadow on top of, but we're working with it. And then it's the same situation on this lower eye, like my face is a bit messed up at the moment, but so as you can see that just adds a tiny little bit of shadow through my crease. And then taking this shade here, which is called Tiramisu, and I'm going to use a slightly smaller brush, and I'm just placing this one on the outer and inner parts of my eyelid. And then I'm taking what's left on my brush, I'm just going to run that along my lower lash line, and then again I'm just going to blend over everything to make sure it's all nice and seamless. Then, like I said, I'm taking the shade Fairy Lights, which is this one, and I'm just going to put this on my inner corners, and this really just opens up your eyes, makes it look a lot more awake, and it makes your eyes look a lot brighter. Hopefully you can see the difference between this eye and this eye. It just kind of, I don't know, I feel like it opens up your eye. And then on the very centre of my eyelid, I think today I'm going to go with Sparks Fly, which is this gold shade down here, because I used the other pink recently. And I'm just taking some of this on a flat brush. I actually find it easiest to use my finger for these shimmer eyeshadows, like I find they work better with my finger, so I'm just going to place on some of that with my finger, just on the very centre of my lid. And then I'm going to take my brush to just blend that a little bit. So it's just enough eyeshadow to be there and be noticeable and just make your eyes look a little bit more bright, and you know, give you a little bit of colour, but at the same time it's nothing too heavy, too in your face. Like, it's still such an everyday wearable look. So that's what I like to do on an everyday basis. I'm now just gonna add my favorite lip color. I absolutely love the iconic matte lipstick in Chauffeur. This is the non-matte version, which I kind of prefer on an everyday basis because it just gives your lips a little bit more moisture. So this is what Chauffeur looks like. We now also have a Chauffeur lip liner, so if any of you like to line your lips on a daily basis, then we have a new Renaissance lip liner in the shade Chauffeur, which is great with this. And then I'm just going to pop on some mascara. I'm not going to do any eyeliner with this look because I think it's just really nice to leave it natural, and then I'll be right back. And this is the finished look. So I really hope you guys have found this video helpful. As always, you can get the palettes from Tam Beauty, which I will link down below. And yeah, I really hope you have enjoyed. If you aren't subscribed to Makeup Revolution's channel, we would love it so much if you would subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!